A doorbell camera capturing the moment this Mebane woman says she handed over her savings of $17,500 in cash to a complete stranger.
Every morning I wake up and I'm like, I just want this nightmare to go away.
This woman, who asked us not to name her or show her face for fear of being a target again, but says she wants to share her heartache with hopes of preventing this scam from happening to someone else. It started when she was on her computer trying to log on to her bank account.
I put in my password and username and got to the website, but it wouldn't let me open my accounts.
She grabbed her cell phone and says she went to the number saved in her cell phone for her bank.
She says, oh, your account's been frozen. And I said, why? And she said, well, there was a suspicious charge from PayPal from the day before. And I said, well, I didn't make that.
She says she was transferred to what she thought was a PayPal fraud department, but the call quality was so bad that she ended the call and called a Florida number back. It's not clear how she got that Florida number. On the line with them, she says she was told the charge was for $82 and they said they could refund her, but she had to follow their instructions, which included downloading several things on her computer.
I typed $82 and I immediately looked up to the screen and it says $18,000. And then it goes accept, 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 just like that. And I said to this man, I said, that's wrong. I said, that's not what I typed in. I said, that's a mistake.
At first glance, she says it looked like an extra $18,000 was deposited into her account. In reality, which she didn't know at the time, the scammer just transferred the money from her savings to checking.
What you have to do to fix it is you have to get cash, go to your bank and get cash.
Hesitant to follow his instructions, but she says this letter with a Bank of America logo came out of her printer, stating there's a serious matter concerning your account, an unresolved tax issue related to a personal transaction from PayPal. As a result, online account transfers are temporarily blocked by the IRS. The letter goes on to state, we have not notified your local branch. It's crucial you refrain from discussing this transaction with them. Doing so may lead to freezing or seizing all funds in your account. You can see the call with the person lasted over 4 hours.
He kept saying, don't hang up on me, don't hang up.
She did stay on the line for over 4 hours. She drove to her bank and withdrew $17,500. As she says, a man told her she could keep $500 for her troubles.
The bank manager came over and he said, before we proceed, he said, are you being harassed? And I'm like, no, I'm not being pressured. Because I didn't think I was. I didn't know I was being scammed.
She says she even signed a document saying she was taking this money out on her own free will. After getting the money, she continued to follow the caller's instructions, drove home. This letter, she says, printed from her printer, thanking her for returning the funds to PayPal, and a Mr. Jack has been assigned to collect the cash. Not long after her doorbell camera catches this man coming to her door to pick up the cash. She handed over the cash, thinking the ordeal is over, and called her daughters to tell them about her long day.
Before I could hardly get this story out of my mouth, I'm like, Mom, you've been scammed.
At first, she thought she was the only victim until she saw this man's mugshot, Lingwei Zhang. She says it's the same guy that came to her door, and she handed over her $17,500. Zhang is charged with obtaining property under false pretenses in her case, and he, along with another suspect, are also facing charges in Person, Durham, and Granville counties of obtaining property under false pretenses, accessing computers, and felony conspiracy. According to the Person County Sheriff, whose department was the first to make the arrest, the two suspects are living in this country without legal permission. The sheriff says they're currently working with the North Carolina SBI and the Department of Homeland Security to identify more victims and suspects. And while the total amount of money scammed is unknown at this time, he says it's close to $400,000.
It never occurred to me that that there was going to be an evil person come into my life.
The financial loss is devastating as a large chunk of the money gone is money she says is from an insurance policy to pay her medical bills when she fought cancer last year.
What I want people to know is just because you're tired that day, don't let your defenses down.
So heartbreaking that she fell for this scam. Now, the suspects are still behind bars at the Person County Detention Center, and investigators say the Department of Homeland Security has detainers in place. When it comes to the victim's bank, Bank of America, a representative told me they're investigating the case and can't comment until their investigation is complete. I'm trouble.
Damn. Hey, I did a video prior to this before, and it was about a scammer scamming somebody. Guess how old that person was being scammed? About her age, old as hell. So the thing is, it's like you got to know that these people exist. First off, the shit was just iffy. There was like 3 red flags that you should have been like, don't contact the bank with the bank stamp on there. I'm like, I'm confused. So you got the bank stamp on there, but it's telling you not to contact the bank and do everything through here. Then it says a Mr. John. Oh God, they made that look. They probably used AI. Swear to God, probably use AI. Bro, they finessed this lady, bro. And look, I love working with old people, so I hate when they finessing old people because old people don't, they're innocents. You know what I'm saying? It's like kids. You don't mess with the kids, you don't mess with the old people, bro, because they don't know better. You know what I'm saying? But you got some thieves, let's say. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that, bro. And he know they shouldn't do that. And that's crazy because it's like, imagine you talking to somebody 4 hours on the phone. Don't hang up. Now go to the store. Go to the store. Now walk in and tell them you want this. Just keep me on speaker. I won't say nothing. Okay, don't say nothing about this transaction. Go back home and then print this paper out. This paper say you got to give it to me, and this just in explaining that, just don't contact your branch. Bro, she should have been like, wait, hold on, let me call you back. Click. Daughter, I got this man on the phone. I want you to stand in line with me while I'm talking to him. Whoop-de-whoop. This man finessed her within 4 hours, bro. Took her money out quick, switched it. He basically logged into her account, switched her money around, had her go take the money physically out the account because it was probably too much to just deposit into her secret account. So he had her physically go grab the money out. That's crazy. Like, that don't even just sound right. Like, he finessing. Like, does this work? Like, if he told me that in person and be like, that works. He's like, yeah, it works. It's like, motherfuckers are fools. You know what I'm saying? But then again, the old people, they don't know. I be dealing with old people that they still using the old razors, G. The old flips, the old the trace phones, bro, the old ones. I'm like, y'all gotta upgrade, man. At least get a touchscreen so you can play a little games. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all like the lottery slots and shit. Yeah, this is a shame. I hope the bank at least give him the money back, or the guy give him the money back, because like she said, that's her savings. That could be for anything she need, for any emergency that she might need. She needs that money, and it's wrong for him to do that for real. Like like not only she doesn't want to get targeted, 'cause she don't want to show her face. I think also it's embarrassing because it's like, damn, was I that dumb to let this person do that, even though this person shouldn't have done that? But I should have been a little like weary, because we. And I'm gonna be honest, it's not just old people. We got people my age that have this mindset that's like, well, why would somebody do that? I'm like, bro, that's because you don't understand. You don't understand the world you're living in. You have this oblivious mindset. Now, for old people, it's acceptable. I completely understand it because they weren't raised when motherfuckers was doing that. Now, you got people that they don't care if you a granny. They don't care if you know what I'm saying? They gonna finesse you, act like they in love with you to take your money. And they thinking, oh man, I just came up whole time, your whole bank account wiped out. That's just the name of the game, man. So I would say, man, shame on that man. Facts, shame on him. It's clever though. I give him that. It's clever, but shame on them. He can't be doing that shit, G. That old woman, bro, she ain't gonna trust nobody else for the rest of her life. She shouldn't have been trusting people anyway. That's how I see it, bro. That's exactly how I see it. She should have never been trusting people anyway, because at the end of the day, people are very untrustworthy. Due to that, it's like once dude was on the phone, you was on the phone with dude for all you know is you just wasted time and money. I would have been blue. You see, I waste money, and I waste time, but I can't waste them together. If I waste them together, I got a problem. You hear me? All right, man. Tell me what y'all think of this conversation, man. And should old people know better? You know what I'm saying? Due to the fact that they've lived through life and they've seen multiple stages of life, should they know better? Y'all tell me that in the comment section, because in my way, I be feeling like old people should know, but at the same time, they old and they probably had that mindset that's like, people ain't like this for real. So in that aspect, I want y'all to comment in the comment section. Tell me what y'all think about that. And don't forget to like the video for the YouTube algorithm. Facts, for sure. And lastly, it's your boy Angelo Savage. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's go. Peace.